Alright, hello and welcome to a new video. So today we're gonna do like the 808 patterns tutorial. So I'm just gonna make a quick melody real quick and then I'll lay down the 808s over it. So we'll just go to the Palace Omnisphere Bank. These are like probably the dopest Omnisphere banks, the 808 Mafia. Like a lot of the other ones, you know, they have like a bunch of shit sounds in them. There's like 3 good sounds, but all the ones in here are solid. So let's just open it up. We'll just do like a simple D, G, you know, because it's like a very popular. Like if I was making an actual beat, it would be a little bit different. You know what I mean? I'd probably maybe do some more variation to it. Maybe add some melody, but this is, you know, this got a different purpose. So let's go to like 150. ARP it. We half speed it. I'm gonna just cut out some of the low end just to make the 808 hit a bit. Normally probably wouldn't cut out like full 200, probably do something like this ish, but like, you know, for a tutorial where we're trying to hear the 808s more, probably cut a good amount of it. Alright, so then, okay, let me open up one of these 808s. So if you haven't downloaded this kit, it's for free, you can get it. Some of these 808s are additional 808s that I made after I made the kit, but I'll probably release the ones I like. Like I'll update the download link and you guys will have the new ones. It's like only some of them are good though, like these 3 are good and this one, but these are kind of ass. So like, you know what I mean? It was just me experimenting. So, alright. Let's pick this one. Alright. So when you get your 808 and you got your melody laid out, you wanna, you know, make sure the 808 hits the root notes of the chords. So like D is the lowest note here, so it's the root note of the chord. But here, look, since we inverted the D from here, that doesn't mean D is the root note, it's still G, right? Let me snap to 1/2 so it's a bit quicker. Alright, so then, now that we've got this, we got a problem. Like, these 2 notes, I mean, there's too much of a difference between, you know what I mean, like D and G are really far apart. So we're gonna take the D, we're gonna shift it to the F. So it's the 3rd note in the chord and it's a bit closer to G. So what you wanna do mainly is you can really technically put your 808s in any note in the scale, right? But it sounds the best in the root note and the 3rd, right? So that's what we did here. So let me play it. And then once you've got like the notes laid out, you just kind of want to give it the rhythm of like a kick drum, like how you would do your kicks. And it also depends, you know, like how distorted your 808s are. So like if your 808s are really distorted, you really want to make it more like a kick drum. And if it's more subtle and the 808 isn't that distorted, you could kind of have it hit more frequently. So I'll play this. Alright, so then let's add some flavor to it. Let's chop it here and maybe here. So I didn't like that one right there, so maybe I'll chop it here. Alright. Alright, so I didn't like that one either, so let me chop it here if that one doesn't work. So another thing you can do is, okay, so this is G, right? And this is still an F. What you can do is, like, when you're about to lead into G, you play G, right? Or you play the third in G. So let's try this. It kind of gives it a little bit of flavor. Another thing you can do is, like, okay, so we'll double this, right? And we'll put this up an octave. Alright, and then let me cut it off, disable loop points. And I'll show you guys with like a spins 808 or like an 808 where there's not too much distortion going on, which you can do with those types of 808s. So let's say with this 808, we're just gonna add, like, have it hit a bit more. I'm gonna take this to the third, this to the third. We're gonna take this down to the root. We're gonna take this down to D. Then shift it up. Okay, it sounded good up until the end. It got kind of crazy. So let's move this D here, move this here, shift it up, and then maybe keep it G, and then shift this one to A. This might be too much, but we'll see how it sounds. Yeah, it's too much. So what you can do, let's say, bring this down. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. So like if like an 808 like this, right? So let's say we've got this 808, it's like it's doing a bit too much. You know what I mean? And you kind of, it's not like a typical 808 pattern, but what we would do with that 808 pattern, let's say I copy it to a kick pattern, bring it down to C. How I did that was Alt K, and then you gotta set it to C, and then it'll do it every time. So what we would do is, now instead of letting the 808 act all wild and having the kick follow that 808, just delete some of the kicks, you know what I mean? Alright, so like the kick is gonna hit more consistently. So notice both times it's hitting here and here, here and here, and then once here, and then once a little bit before that. Alright, so we're gonna play that. Alright, see, so the consistency of the kick being like normal, it, like, you know, it balances out the wildness of the 808, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, like Cheech and Chong, except they're both crackheads. But like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes Chong will go do some wild shit and Cheech will be like, yo, you gotta chill. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm saying here. Anyways, so once you've got that, that's pretty much it, actually. Make sure you put cut itself on your 808s. Try and loop points off, and I'll tell you guys which 808s I like to use. So I use primarily my 808s from this kit, you know what I mean, which you can download for free for like distorted 808s. I also use Nick Mira 808s because those are all really good. Which you can get on their website, Wave Supply. I use this Big Head 808 a lot. And then outside of that, I only really use the Spins and the Zaytoven. You know what I mean? I don't even really use like my own 808s that I made before this kit, because it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna bias towards myself if the sounds aren't what I need them to be. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do some more videos now. All you've got to do really is help me come up with some ideas for some new videos, because I don't have many ideas. So let me know. And also, when you guys request like artist tutorials, you have to let me know some songs or something, because I don't know who these artists are a lot of the time. So when you request like WWF Rikishi type beat, then I don't know who it is, except I know who Rikishi is. Anyways.